when my kiddos were little, December meant that we put away most of the schoolwork except for math, and we did unit studies all December and sometimes into January. And it was fantastic when I stayed on top of it and was prepped well, which we'll get to. But as my kiddos got older, that was harder to do, especially as we hit middle school and high school level. We played around with different ideas each year because I still wanted to make sure that we captured some of that fun of the holiday season, but in a shortened, condensed way that was also age appropriate. So today I'm going to share with you a little mini Christmas unit study that I have done the last couple of years with my boys. I've been tweaking it to what you'll see today. Now, implementing unit studies, as you guys know, is always something that I've struggled with. So with this one, I designed it so that you really only have to download it. Nothing has to be printed. There are pages that I would recommend printing. I'll point those out, but you don't have to. All of the books are available as ebooks, so if you don't want to order them through the mail or get them from the library, you can do it that way. And I wanted it to be something that doesn't take up a lot of time, so that when you've got your regular schoolwork plus holiday parties and all of those sorts of things, you still have time to do it. And I wanted it to be something that was repeatable, so that every year we can make some tweaks, but this basic thing still happens for that tradition. So I'm going to turn the camera down and we'll take a look inside. Now, as the unit study says, it is specifically a pop culture. We do the religious aspect outside of this unit. And the idea really came from my kiddos still loving picture books. And that's where it inspired. Yes, this is for older kids, but there's still something about picture books, your mom reading picture books with you on the couch, even as a middle schooler, that just works at Christmas. As for what you're going to get, the first page has information, little notes, etc. about what's inside the unit. So make sure you read this before you begin. Now I've also created a prep ahead list so that you can get it all done before you're ready to start, and that way you don't have to scramble last minute. You're not heading to bed one night and realizing you still need to prep for tomorrow, that sort of thing. Yeah. And each day in the lesson plan includes your activities plus a snack and movie diet suggestion. So I have all the items you need for the different snacks, the plans. So each day we've got the theme of the day. So day one's theme is all about Santa. I have the movie and snack information up here, the supplies you're going to need, the list of activities that you're going to do for the day. Each day is pretty consistent. There's a picture book, a chapter book, which is the best Christmas pageant ever, one of our absolute favorites. If you've never read it, it is absolutely hilarious, and the audiobook is worth tracking down. The book itself is about an hour and a half, I think, so it's super short. The narrator is so good if you get the audio version. Then there is a writing prompt, some kind of an activity, a couple video suggestions, holiday random act of kindness, and a Lego challenge. Now along the bottom, I've got 4 QR codes. One takes you to the Christmas extravaganza playlist, which are the videos that I suggest, as well as some other ones for each day. So on Santa Day, there's 2, Evolution of Santa and How Coke Invented Santa. And then there are some additional Santa-related videos. Christmas Express playlists are just the videos that I suggest. It Happened One Winter is a free winter ebook that I have. So you can scan it and it'll take you right to the page. And then list of 50 plus winter shows to watch. I've got the recipe for that night and a movie suggestion. And so that's each day. So you get all the plans. I've also created a pop culture Christmas Kahoot game, which is an online game. If you've never played it, they're super fun. So I've created them, but then I've also included some additional questions, information to go along with each question. And then on the last page, I've got a list of books and movies, additional ones for the family and for grown-ups. Now I also have the Write Bites, which are a digital writing prompt that you just download straight onto your computer and use a PDF reader like Adobe, free Adobe, or Foxit, and your kids can each day write a little writing prompt. Now it also includes a Christmas roller story, which if you've never played these, they're super fun and really repeatable. You can do this in so many combinations. In fact, you could add a math activity and count up how many have your kids figure out how many combinations you can do. But you take a die and you roll it 4 times, and then you create a story using these things. So North Pole, Santa Claus, Christmas Eve, and there's a sugar shortage. Used in the public school setting, a roller story is usually something that then the student goes and writes their own writing thing. You can absolutely do that, but I wanted to share a couple different ways that we have done it as well. One is just that we do a round robin storytelling. So after we've rolled, we know what we're doing, then I'll set the timer for 1 or 2 minutes, and then someone will give their, tell part of a story, reset the timer, someone else will keep going. It's fun if your kiddos have the right mix of kiddos' personalities to do it, because you never know where the story's going to go. We've also done this as a round robin or a collaborative writing assignment where one person will start it in Google Docs. They write however much, 2 sentences, 5 sentences, make it longer if your kiddos are older. And then the next person writes. It's a lot of fun to see where the story's going to go, because you never know when you're doing it as a round robin activity. But you can also absolutely just do it as an independent one, whatever you want to do. I have it scheduled just one day, but my kiddos and I end up doing it most days throughout December, because you can do it in as short as 5 minutes, or you can take it longer. It's also a great activity to take in the car and do it while you're driving around doing your errands or to the Christmas party or whatever. I know I'm not fooling anyone. We all know that brick challenges really just means Lego challenges, but for copyright purposes, brick challenges it is. In this section, or in this set of cards, they are all pop culture themed. There are a few of these that are duplicates from my regular Christmas Lego units. So if you have my regular Christmas cards, you'll see some repeats, but these are specifically designed for pop culture ones. The way we do it is we print them out and then laminate them. So this is one that I would definitely, if you're going to print, these are 2 pages I would suggest. We print them out and then laminate them, cut them, and then we just keep a stack. And each day my kiddos grab one and go off to build them. Even at 12 and 14, they love doing it. My daughter last year would even do it, still as a senior. There's something about Legos that none of us can resist. So that's that. And the last section in the unit is the random act of holiday kindness. Now, in my ideal world, we would do it every day through the month of December. But realistically, we don't do it, and I wouldn't expect you to either. But I wanted to provide a calendar so that you can plan things out wherever you're going to and mark off the days you won't and don't feel guilty. Now, I also have a list of a bunch of ideas that are holiday related over my blog, so that link is included. And I also have a planning sheet of things you want to buy, places you want to do it, things you want to make sure and do next year, so you'll save that and fill in when you're done. and then specific people you might want to do something for. And this is just a great way of reminding kids that there's more to the holiday season than the gifts that they're going to receive and the delicious treats that they're going to eat. As for the other books that are on the list, I've got The Night Before Christmas, and absolutely just choose whichever edition you want. This is the Jan Brett version, and I just love the illustrations on this one. We have How the Grinch Stole Christmas, of course, Mr. Willoughby's Christmas Tree, one of my absolute favorites, and one that I'm sad that I didn't discover until I had kids. Also have Gingerbread Man and Madeline's Christmas. Absolutely feel free to switch out favorite picture books if your family has a favorite, or if there's a new one that you want to try, switch them out. There's nothing dependent. There's no other activities that are dependent on this. And then one last thing is this Lego Christmas book. If you have kids who love Legos, I would definitely suggest looking at this. It's by Chris McVeigh. There are a few different versions of it. They're well laid out, like a regular Lego instruction booklet. They give the picture, all the parts that you need, and then clear instructions. So this is a fun addition as well. So that is the Pop Culture Christmas unit. If you're interested, link down below, and I will see you tomorrow.